kids. So, I thought we'd talk to you a little bit today with some announcements about upcoming things to look forward to. So the first thing I want to talk about is the football game on September the 11th. For that game, we are going to have wind ensemble, jazz ensemble, all percussionists in every band class, and the guard. You guys are the ones that are going to play for that first game. That's going to count for a performance grade. And if any of you are sick, we don't want you to come. If any of you are nervous about being outside and playing with a group of people, we also would allow you to stay at home. There will be makeup work for any of those of you that we just mentioned that can't make it. For this first football game, we're going to be playing on the track, talk with our athletic directors about social distancing appropriately and trying to do things so that everybody's going to be safe and away from each other outside while still being able to enjoy the football atmosphere. So for that game, we are preparing the school song, we're preparing American Pride, and we're preparing the national anthem, and then some timeout tunes, and then drums are also preparing Nazi. We are not going to worry about halftime for that first game because, in good style, with Mr. Zaire, who's been practicing some bass over his social distancing time, and me a little bit on guitar and rhythm section, we are going to put together a rock band for halftime. So we look forward to doing that show. You can also look forward to hearing Miss Lyndhurst, our choir director, singing along with us. So again, that is September 11th. The bands that are required to do that include jazz ensemble and wind ensemble, and then drummers from each of the different band classes. And dance class is also involved for that one.
Now, the week of that first game, September 11th, those of you in any of those groups that are playing for that, percussion, jazz ensemble, wind ensemble, and dance class, be on the lookout. We will have one evening rehearsal that week. We haven't determined yet what day or what time, but we will announce that as soon as we can get more clarification on procedural things. Now, Jazz Lab and Symphonic Band, don't you dare think that you're off the hook for any of this, because we're planning on adding you in later for the football season, probably the next game after September 11th. So it is your job and your mission, while we post all of these assignments on Canvas, to practice all of these pep band tunes that we're putting up on Canvas.
And we'll see how our progress goes. It would be a little ambitious to try and get you guys in for that second game, but if you're totally ready, you guys are putting in your time, we'll try and figure out a way to add you into the band. If not, then we'll push that back a little bit later into the season. So speaking of practice, we need to address turning stuff in each of our classes. Right now, we're not singling a specific individual out. We're mentioning this for a number of you who have not been getting your stuff in. To be very honest, Mr. Zaire and I have been pretty disappointed with the number of recordings that have not been turned in, or with the number of students who are waiting until the day that the assignment is due to start practicing, start trying to get your stuff ready to go. Do not procrastinate. You need to think about how a typical year works in band. When you guys are rehearsing in person, you guys get daily structured practice in all of your band classes. We don't have that right now because we're not meeting in person. So in order for you to be successful and to get good, you need to just put into your daily routine some practice time. And we're only talking about 20 or 30 minutes of you working by yourself. In doing that, you're going to make tremendous progress, you're going to be ready to go, and you're going to be able to turn these recordings in and feel really good about it, rather than sending emails with apologies that it's not quite your best work. So if Canvas is acting up for you, so this is to the people that have been having problems getting things into us by Canvas. If you're having trouble posting your Canvas, it might be a bad internet signal or Canvas is just acting funny, then you need to email us your recording by the deadline. If you wait until the next day or a day after that, then we have no choice but to assume that you didn't do your work and you're giving us some kind of lame excuse to try and make up for your procrastination and see if we'll give you an opportunity to still be heard. Turn it in by the deadline. If we get all this late work, it's hard for us to keep up with all the future assignments and keep everything moving. It's got to be in on time.
Now, just to reiterate the new format that we're doing for e-learning, in case any of you have not watched the video on the homepage of Canvas, those of you in jazz bands and in concert bands, we're posting the assignment as well as demonstration videos every Friday by the end of the day. Now, if we have an unusual busy day on Friday, for instance, if we have late assignments that flood us and we have to grade those, it may take us until 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening to get that posted, but it will be posted on Friday. All jazz band and concert band class assignments are then due the next Wednesday by midnight, not Thursday like it was previously. Okay, so posted on Friday, due Wednesday at midnight. This gives you the entire weekend because we know that many of you utilize the weekend to have a lot of your practice time with all of the other classes that you have. And so that is why we're pushing the day back to Wednesday. Mondays from 9 to 11, we'll have a Zoom meeting room open for any of you that have questions about the assignment, any of you that want individual help with the assignment, or if there is any specific individual or section that we really need to see during Zoom, we will have that time open, 9 to 11 on Monday, to have those individuals in that room. Now, guitar, bagpipes, dance classes, you will continue to follow the original e-learning format with live Zoom sessions offered twice a week and a recording due Thursday night. That has not changed for you.
So let's make sure you guys are putting in time on your instruments or your guard equipment. Let's make sure you guys are turning your assignments in. We really want you to progress. This beginning part of the year is so important because at some point we're going to be returning back to some in-person performances, and we want to make sure you guys are prepared to be successful and be able to enjoy yourselves at that point, not be all stressed and frustrated. Now, speaking of in-person stuff, the attendance that we had at our practices on Tuesday was great. We were so happy to see a good number of students in the dance class, huge number of percussionists that showed up to practice. We like seeing that, and thank you all for social distancing, wearing your masks. It was great to see you guys even socializing and talking to each other, but maintaining a safe distance to do that. It was a great opportunity for you guys to see your friends, get some in-person instruction, and be able to make quicker progress and feel a lot more comfortable as you're working on your music, because we're going to work on the music at these practices that you're also working on at home. So let's make sure that standard we had on Tuesday maintains and gets better. For those of you that missed those practices, we want you to come to the next practices that are available. The Thursday night practices tonight, at the time that we're recording this, so we don't know how many bagpipers have shown up yet. Hoping to see a good attendance there. So yeah, when we offer these things, take advantage of it, guys, because this is the way we're going to get better moving forward. Now, private lessons. Again, we're recording this on Thursday, so all private lesson forms are due to me by tomorrow, Friday the 28th. This gives me time to talk to instructors, create a schedule, so that we can start within the next week or two. Private lessons, again, we can't stress this enough. They are so important in making a ton of progress on your instrument. I've only gotten a couple of forms turned in, and we both really want to see a much larger number of you taking lessons. It's such an important part, because when you learn in your lessons and you learn individual things on your specific instrument, that makes band class time, when we're finally in person, so much better, because we can really work on full group things and getting the most out of the music that we play. Last thing here, make sure you guys are following the Anderson Band Facebook page if you have a Facebook account. If you don't, but adults in your family do, have them follow it. We'll post schedules, pictures, videos, all kinds of things just to make sure that you guys are tuned in to what's going on. Oftentimes Facebook is our first means of media that we use to tell everybody when something is coming up. So you want to make sure you follow that so you don't miss out. Hang in there, guys. We know it's a little strange working from a distance, but I can't impress upon you enough how the school that you're in right now, electronic school, is real school. For freshmen that are just getting started here at your freshman year, don't blow it. Don't think that this is imaginary and that all this goes away when you come back in person, because I'm telling you, the number of conversations I've had with seniors when they get to their senior year and they want to apply for a college they've always dreamed of going to, and then they look back and think, man, I just wish I had a better freshman year than what I did. Colleges are going to look at that. They're going to factor that into whether or not you make it in. And we don't want that to be your situation for the freshmen. Same thing for every other grade, guys. This is real school right now, and you guys need to not just be doing your band work, but stay on top of everything else that you're doing academically. This isn't going to last forever, and we get it. It's weird. Some of you are feeling lonely, you're feeling isolated, but honestly, one of the best things to do when you're feeling those kinds of feelings is do something. Get out an instrument. During this quarantine time, I played so much guitar and got to a level that I wasn't even at back when I used to play in a rock band back in high school and college. It was awesome. It was a good way for me to feel productive doing something. How about you?
I picked this thing up for the first time over quarantine. I've never played bass before, and I just wanted something new to do over quarantine. It also gave me a lot of time to brush up on my tuba playing chops, on all my brass playing chops. It's just find something to occupy your time other than your schoolwork to have a hobby.
All right, sermon time is over with. We look forward to seeing you guys at your practices, and we look forward to hearing your recordings on Zoom.